Well, first it was the $2 million Eureka, then he moved on to the Inter Dominion, and now Don Hugo is the 2025 Miracle Mile winner, all in the space of 7 months. I'm joined by a very delighted owner, Tony Locastro, and also his champion trainer-driver, Luke McCarthy. Well, Luke, congratulations, the three-peat, an outstanding performance.
Yeah, look, it's just the way this horse has just progressed in the last 12 months is, just a full credit to the horse, and of course Tony. He's been very patient with him, and we give him a lot of little breaks all the time, and just sort of set him for each feature race, and he just kept taking that next step. And tonight to come out against such a high quality field and do the work and come up with a Miracle Mile, it's just dreams come true.
As we mentioned in previous interviews, Luke, the preparation has been timed to the split second.
Yeah, it was. Look, he had a really tough Inter Dominion series, which couldn't have went any better. He broke a world record, and we give him another little break. And we were disappointed with him Hunter Cup night. He wasn't himself. He was just a bit flat, and we come home and freshen him up, and he's bounced out there. He beat Merle on the first night, and he couldn't have been any better last week. So that run last week gave me a lot of confidence, going into tonight. Say he'd done all that work and run a good second or third, well, you sort of go, he's gone good. He's made the Miracle Mile, but the way he done it last week was, put him in good stead for tonight.
We often hear the term, Luke, the all-important barrier draw. That was exactly the case tonight.
It was, and it was very tactical. I put a lot of thought into how I thought it would go, and I just thought if I could sort of get 3/4 ahead on Swayze, and I thought Tate McLeod would cross. He's natural quick beginner, which tactically worked out good for me, and that put Swayze through the fence. And Leap to Fame's a champion. He sat outside him last year in 48 and 3, and I sort of figured we'd have to go better than that to win it, or at least that, and we did. So really happy.
And Leap to Fame, we've got to say, just gallant in defeat, just brave as per usual.
He always is. He's just a champion, and he done all the work from a bad draw and quick time, and he's still right there on the line. So great horse.
Tony, congratulations. I've run out of superlatives when describing Luke McCarthy as a trainer in particular and a driver. What can you say about him?
Mate, he's the ultimate professional. The way he conducts himself pre-race, and obviously, when he goes out there, it's a split-second decision, but he always seems to make the right decision.
Tony, how did you get Don Hugo in the first place?
Just at the APJ sale in Victoria. Liked his pedigree. I had a horse years ago, Advanced President, who was closely related to him, and obviously with that, I had a bid for him. I wasn't at the sale present myself. I had someone else, bidding for me. And that's how we got him.
And when did you realise you had such a serious racehorse on your hands?
Oh, look, I always had a high opinion of him, even as a young horse. Just something about him. The late Dennis Wilson, funny enough, unloaded him for me. He actually dropped him off from the sale in Victoria, and he said, "Mate, you've got a good horse. He'll win you big races, this horse." And I said, "Dennis, how do you know this?" And he said, "Mate," he says, "I can see it in his eye." So, mate, he's a special horse. He knows he's won the race. We had our crowd out there, and pre-race you couldn't touch him, but after the race he was happy to take photos with people. So he's a smart horse, and I'm very, very honoured to have him.
You certainly bring an entourage of family and friends to the track, and it's great for harness racing.
It is, mate. Look, it's not too hard for me to get people over. He's got a good support crew, not only my family, but people out there. When they announced him, it actually put goosebumps on me back, when they announced him, and there was a big crowd of people clapping away. So he's got a good support crew. He's a good horse. He's a tough horse. He does it that tradesman way. He's done that at the Inter Dominion, breaking the track record by 2 seconds, and then coming out here and not letting the best horse, in my opinion, in the world go past him.
Tony, in your wildest dreams, did you ever think you'd have a Eureka, an Inter Dominion, and now a Miracle Mile trophy to show?
Definitely not. No. Look, I mean, it was always an ambition, but to actually say that I thought I would achieve those, or we would achieve those three big races, was obviously never in sight. But I'm loving it now.
Luke, you've joined a very special club. You join now the great Lance Justice with 4 Miracle Mile trophies, one behind the legend himself, Barry Purdon.
Yeah, look, it's a race we all aspire to win, and been lucky enough to drive 4 of them, and be involved in 7 of them now. Closely with Dad, with Be Good Johnny, and of course Baby Bling. So it's a race that I'm close to my heart, and just to be a part of it and to come out winning with such a special horse like Don Hugo. Hopefully we can do it again next year.
As you go down onto the track, Luke, he was certainly full of himself.
Yeah, he was. He's really well. He's full of beans, and he settles in here at the retention like a second home. So he's just such a professional, and he's easy to train actually, and great to drive. So we'll just keep looking forward to a lot of good races.
You're a very cool, calm and collected customer, but it must give you a tingle up the spine when you see the reception that you get.
Yeah, for sure. It's I think I've mentioned this before in the media, but you're so focused all week on making sure you get the job done properly to sort of get too hyped up in it. But it was such a good crowd tonight, and of course Tony and his family all here, and big support crew, and we got the job done.
What's next?
We're sort of the Nullarbor was the next thing on the radar, but we just said we'll just concentrate on tonight first and see how it comes through the run, and we'll really sit down and make plans after that.
So it's virtually a sit back and let the horse tell you how he feels.
Yeah, for sure. That's what we hadn't. Obviously we've talked about it, but we just didn't want to talk about it too much until tonight. So, we'll probably have 3 or 4 days drinking beer and have a good think about it.
Well, you've certainly earned the right to celebrate and celebrate hard. Thank you, Luke, and also thank you very much, Tony.
Thank you very much, Mike, and thanks for Clubman Angle and all the support we have.